common sense. Why do people study history for? How does history relate to our society? If we only talk about engineering, medicine, then should history be existing or not existing? A lot of questions come into. Now, for the social fabric, we need to have an understanding where we are before and where we are now, and how the history can be applied to increase the, I use the word common sense of the human being. So the common sense is not common, okay? That I'm living not here. So what happens is the history professors of that department will decide how much grant funding has to be acquired from which funding organization in that country or across the globe to further explore the historical context, whether it's already been established or is something to be researched further, and then the main criteria for getting funding, days are gone where people simply get money for pure research. Now, for every £1 is about 90 rupees in Indian currency. £1, that is an always expected, I may be wrong in the number, if £1 is spent, the expectation is something around £1.5 return somehow to the society. So there is something called impact. That impact contains two parts. One is the social impact and another one is the economic impact. So unless the grant proposal being submitted to Ministry of that, Ministry of this, unless you have an impact in these two criteria, you're not going to get that money. So our division exists to support academic staff to get grants from the government and the funding organization. Then once that is achieved, we let it out to the society. Means we facilitate them to engage with the NGOs and other organizations or the trade bodies or let's say uh, literature, museum, galleries, help them translate that into the young children's, for their knowledge and everything. So that's how the knowledge which is available within the university or in Manipur's context, it may be college, can be let out to our local society. Through that, the investment that the government gives as a salary to the academic staff are passed on not just to the academic staff but also to the society. So why I'm taught that okay now in universities or in academic environment, everything that each one of us, whether it's an academic staff or a non-academic staff, whatever you do is about intellectual property, and it's about knowledge. And that knowledge you have to be proud that this is what I created, this is what I know. So it is very essential that this kind of trainings in a basic level need to be imparted. Now, this is something in UK all the universities do for all the new recruit lecturers and also for the doctorate students who are creating intellectual property. And we exist as a division to take care of all the tangles. Now, I may emphasize here, meaning here, if you may have heard about a professor or in a college, a lecturer who are getting a lot of grants, right, applying and getting funding for building a library or creating a new project area, that particular professor or the staff knows about it because he or she has been doing it and he or she first has to struggle a lot because that's not what he or she is supposed to do. He is supposed to teach and explore. But those administrative part in UK, we exist as a professionals to deal with it. Now, whenever people say about why law for academic staff, meaning at the moment when each one of us started working as an employee, we get an offer letter, right? Offer letter from Famiko. ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ offer letter the do's and don'ts and ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯏꯔꯝꯒꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯊꯥ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯄꯨꯡ ꯑꯁꯨꯛ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯨꯇꯤꯁꯨ ꯐꯪꯉꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ but there will be still I am sure that not covers about ꯀꯩꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯇꯤꯆꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯔꯤꯁꯔꯁ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ 아이디어 ꯑꯃ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯑꯦ historicalꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ chemistryꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯁꯨ physicsꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯁꯨ something relevant ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯔꯛꯏ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ. First, the question arises, who is the owner of that idea? why is so crucial target we am important on high target di adu ki posori ko context suppose local in the highest historical ki the Manipur ki kanga lady kanga sida soin tarum ne hai na kana gumba historian ma hai tara na history ki uza mana research tawar kan si tarum ne hai na putor target madu ki posori ko number 1 hana the ki theory natraga evidence ko posori ko oza natraga miyoi to Madugi Mindo, whether it's the government of Manipur or whether it's the government of India, has to recognize that individual's name. If it is not, then all the other rest of the staff, government, they are liable and it can be defended, it can be a legal issue. Because that is your idea. How can somebody simply, me, other difference but you already, as an employee of the government of Manipur, what does it mean? Meaning, whatever you do throughout your course of employment, what you have thinking, does it belongs to you as an individual or does it belongs to the government of Manipur? I have a question. Sorry. Other than Manipur, the kind of employment offer letter the Yahweh. Office card in the office. Government Manipur. Office card and the something has to be quite crystal clear. Otherwise, there is a quite confusion. Koi Manipur da radio da TV da hina ko kana umna seeing na bum putoi more na bum putoi kan igam yori na ko. But technically, koi vocal se da ke ko mi don putoi mana ol dum na ko sim na. But technically, that person must be would be surely an employee of an organization. He or she would have used a lab or classroom to think and devise. Why should that person be made a millionaire by himself or herself? College na organization to share yaudar har question thale. Swai to na university ada labor matam the division ko exist wishing this mine awareness fazan clear or torga. She is a piece ne kai kane go isagi puthori go do isagi ne claim to ngam do ni. Adoga puthori go poto what we do is we discuss with academic staff what is that you are creating or getting the idea. Then we discuss how do we expand it, how do you get the funding further, and then how do you let it out to somebody else. If money is coming in future, then you should be getting a share of it. Percentage royalties are what they do. Like pang thoe. Hiring say hector morokana utopia then when you sell and the garden and how I want to go. It may be in your field, it may be in anything, it may be in Hindi, it may be in English, it may be in Manipuri, it may be in anything. Sigi concept but there are many things that you can do. Sig is an IPR, intellectual property right, I would say industry context is an academic. This is something important way because you are the one who will be always thinking and teaching and researching and engaging. And kanang mama sumaina kay hani amam hektar kati dance ki oza yautar kati meeting masapada event masapada you may have met some what you call entertainment company, okay, and you have seen that this is the dance you move like this and like that, and that is something you created by yourself at that moment of instant. Maybe from an entertainment manager or somebody from an entertainment company has copied the dance and used in some Bollywood movies, and that movie is making crores. And if you have some evidence to prove that it is you who have created, you are entitled to a share of that crore. So you have to be aware. That is why IPR is very important. But how do you document it? At the end of the case, at the end you go to the court. But before court, there are many things that can be done. Other than that, division other servicing academic staff empowered terminal. Because in the company when I was working, we decide everything and we do it because it's our domain. But we work in universities, we are not the boss. We are servicing them. Academic staff moina success or matamsida, moina grant machine and pangaba, moina find over, I don't know the promotion the guy. As long as The academic staffs are bringing in millions of or thousands of pounds through grant or exchange program. According to facilitator or Ghana, then we have evidence that I have facilitated and enabled that. Then my promotion is granted. Otherwise, I don't get granted. Other than that, academics get involved. There is a way of approach in UK saying that all academic stuff should be decided by academicians, not by bureaucrats, not by politicians. She says, "Subscribe Cowcran, Maggie, Maming, Sir Lord Kanama and Signified. Other duty principle and you get any funding grant, any building construction, everything is and will be decided by professors and deans, not by a government officials. Other than grant funding to but the minister do not that is not possible. The minor rule she said it's not written just like a constitution, but it is an understanding. Makasa Tarabada Amagasulay Hoiki is asking me there will be some lecturer who are publishing books. Uzakanakana like Tumbi will be textbook research paper book and Tumbi Sigi publication say local Manipur or Brahma Panama. New Delhi the Pomba. Okay. Okay. The end has say stories say relevant when another book. Side local the other side experience so in kind of nothing I give the lecturer or in academic site that university domain that have talked about with the Taraku say I am knowledge base or even enough knowledge to have target the IPR the Lapanina. As I can like them a form one you target the Maduki either content or you simple form the IP law the high target the copyright and Kangarega. See copyright high since say to target the agreement high science. List of so the book so I authorized the Madudi publishing farms in us published yani. They may give you some small token fee Natraga Isano Vision but if it is really P P was the stages Anisway. There's an issue after the suppose example has got subscriber amount of head of the kinds of house listen therapy in do you think your knowledge of that paper is worth only 10,000 or is it 1 lakh or is it 1 million? I have a question of life. But how do you decide a question? So talking about the quantum and after the other evaluation say the Koigi divisions in Ozadu I did if that publishing house is some Vida had a 12 key physics key like a mark and the biology like a home with the Kahani book publishing house and medical and transing higher which I say Tanduri. No targeting Songi was a biology chapter no maybe because of that more people are buying the book. The cover India population as the Shinako quick talks yearly royalty this is the way I observe here. At the highest second open a basic and Halloween cook the color backgrounds and professionalism like Satra Masing Piano, India, when you have targeted the decision of companies kind of based over the Mujusun, Kawa, Pesaka, particularly you meet that column the Pesas Tong and Slap and Target D. At the basic legs, Pongus in the Otorcano, Otosin Marina Nina money, a target Cami and a Gadono Capangadona, and Hoto and royalties, Manga, then Maria Gadomi, and royalty have words as a concept differently. Sales ki Oliver Mikey volume dugi matumina pesa pangmama na tax ka loy kakamatung na profit dugi pangmama makan properly. So the base on behalf of the academic staff, on behalf of the university, we create that contract, whether it is a contract given by that publishing house we check in each and every clause and make sure that because अखोई यूनिवर्सिटी ने एम्प्लॉय तौबनीना एम्प्लॉय यूनिवर्सिटी की ओइना कानना ओइना खल्लगा अखोइना कंपनी दुगा पब्लिशिंग हाउस नेगोशिएट तौने हाबी आथरदी सपोज kada staff na herbe fine royalty to sahi kudin ki yoli ko ki volume to dagi pisa la ko 1% pe bi ta ga so ai sahi kudin ki conference ama sat ke dali da adu ki fair everything one sponsor to God it's possible natraga ai me am fare the one off ai laptop ama lagi mo it's possible suma me am jing ne ko ne negotiate tawra na moi digi logane and other side is industry thought of company is at the end everything is about profit to mo to mo in venem other than that see dealing there when do understand like na mo gi language to ko na khang bani na mo gi dil do matam se da they understand that they cannot simply matak ta nam the ya do other than that kai hai ta ga di adiki mo amana sul lai si mayam kano sto mani no ma hai ge wari da hai da gi mantri dulan sana gi da mana मंत्री ओबिगी तो द सोय तो ओबिगी अमा कुपी सोय नम उरान की बदो सोय ऐसे थिंग इंपॉर्टेंट है को कोई सोय द न्यू सीन दोसे ए हरी आले के नो dotted line the sign to give us a publication number go ita ga so that has a very different possibilities other than academic staff to the history ta ko or biology ta ko yo lawyer mo tena tamni na kari hai mo se kyan ta do and like I suppose an example in Piraga, this example Nico. It's not saying it's going to happen like that. Aduki was Harutuna something biology kahani yamnoai bata the dietitian laying has a co. Other the seeds are the Yerunduga Kanotuga Momo Diago. Yerunduga Lapodo told us are the malaria nafani and Lapodos are the young Kanian eager coloseo. If somebody somewhere buy that book, follow the same process, and something happened. Aduk happened to Omnina, Tawabi Miduna, case file Torana. Case file on the winning publishing house plus the author. The author to Maki Demis to Makalai. India, the Demis only one type. The US Oitar Demis Makalanisui. Amana Sumaki Demis plus Amana Unity have a word. I think matung now a second example have it after. Atop company me am manam me am doctor aduti more the two partner. Aduna author ne the sign the doctor the mo illegal something wrong the kanana obligation liability put I shari yum ko law in yon gada wo few mo la ko that's very risky. So our division in UK University exists to check all those clauses and terms which is fair to the academic staff and also fair to the company. Check the academic staff if something goes wrong in the future, academic staff on the table, level a coin facilitate a signature somewhere internet record. Other than I is a liable. What is it? Other than because history tam tak tu zadan slow class and so zadan quarter kana we've been hired by the university to take care of all the stuff because the more the university improves its R&D activities, improves engagement with the local NGOs, the chances of knowledge being created or legal issues being brought up is very high. Example ma haisal target di topama social work kumbagi area da uza bebiba or psychology da uza bebiba natraga sociology bebiba public administration political science something arts
science
science to hata su example hayage ko science su physics chemistry di ogirang ni ko the Ozamo Urbanina Angang sing the science subject kind of say putting issue district level science competition that of the model the Sahara go. I think a point in a kind of legal context that issue most and Kanan of UK is very strict. Psyche vulnerable over sections in Siga any case the academic or non-academic or thing now engage the you need a lot of ethical approach. Meaning, Udasing Sina, Maitoki, Mantri, Latore, states the Taruk, Jagoi, Raslila, maybe Jagoi Sal, cigarette. This is not something you can just simply do in the UK. And plus, other the kind of ISDB la, the video came out, the numbers of course, some horror TV talk there. But this is very, very, very something illegal kind of stuff. In the UK, the line of the you need a prior permission from the parents of those children because the legal age of the parents authority in some way. Another 14 years in Makali target anything the teachers do the parent authority yaudana college to school to na kayumba atopamio yamuna photograph naman karavido naman target school to parents na school to millennium thing because there is a possibility that that picture is going out and being abused online somewhere else. A lot of things can happen. So what does it mean? As an Ozamana to program Singe Harpa, Dadu Toraki Helmutana Koi departments, Natoris, Kanagana, Tinatusi, Hanuba, Hangara, my Gensingara, Adukara, Megino, Kraitino, Gaitolokoya, having Zihan, law in chapter, Mutumsida, private permissions are all taken. Which the yung design sang di thong na kan na koi ken social ki fundraise to ni ha gen thong ka mayam de lupa manga da tra da yo la fund drive to but that is not possible there in UK you can but prior sin di ka ka ba kana mo pukala ga da koi masin yana ga pulap sana ba na tongan ba mani but if you are selling it for raising funds public the pisa target di kana mo ma soy na Military dove putting to a narrative. The hostel Pocalo. I school stop man to have jails and doing it. Aduna, command to give request Manipur didn't like when you can come the when you foot authority and legislation the Hana, and the municipal council the Hana authority letter or council it out in the hand, people have a young. According to departments are the Hana law in the complaint. Our departments why we exist is because to protect the academic staff from all the other complications that may arise in your delivering your activity as a lecturer or professor. Now, since Odasing in look where so in Plaza the session register Gumbagi administrative Mizuka Yose and a die. I know how the working system in India is slightly different. Other concept that is country called these are all now coming under the domain of non-academic activities. So obviously the registrar and all those who are not in academic section are supposed to provide all these facilities and services. Kaya wadating to the joint they are expected to teach research administration at the VC, college, university, the division was fine. I heard that there is also a lawyer for university. Lawyer lawyer to university is lawyer dedicated to but that person is only involved in some of the problematic areas, meaning Satramana, young to a suit or a cameras or building something, but they are not purely on the academic side of exchange activity. As the business is that we say quite of those doctorate Masagi field where a me yawi, Aduga lawyer, Pudi Amanilia, and now but we are trained in law legal stuff. I saw put legal legal trained degree Pangamaka. Young tea, minutes at down to the Naiko, Marita. Some Sanjala the question and service to Kakuna again. Haduna, I know hiding with the Nasi Pentana on finance to pay your Viaga and the chief of it is an academic staff. You have to be aware your rights and responsibilities of what ideas you create and how to protect it in such a way that you get the due fair, the returns, and also what the university on the support side is supposed to provide. ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯚꯔꯁꯤꯇꯤꯗꯕꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯀꯣꯂꯦꯖꯇꯕꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯁꯤꯃ ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯕꯤꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯁꯥ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯃꯣꯁꯟꯗꯨꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯀꯥꯒꯅꯤꯕꯨ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯀꯣꯂꯦꯖꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯀꯥꯅꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥꯁꯕꯨ ꯇꯥꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯋꯥꯠ ꯗꯤड ꯌꯨ ꯗꯨ ꯑꯦꯜꯁ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦꯀꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑꯦ ꯇꯤꯆꯔ lecturer college ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ can we do something about what the science does, what the physics does ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ministry of ꯑꯗꯨ ministry of ꯑꯗꯥꯗ funding ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ funding ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ physicsꯀꯤ domain ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯜ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯕ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏꯕ because that is about physics. For UKꯗꯗꯤ there is something called Institute of Physics, there is something called Royal College of Engineering, something my field ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ domainꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯨ promote ꯇꯧꯅꯅꯕ funding ꯑꯁꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯤ fundingꯗꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ association ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯥꯅꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯗꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯜꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ domainꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨꯅ project ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯨꯜꯗ ꯆꯠꯂ ꯈꯣꯠꯂꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯇꯥꯛꯄ ꯈꯣꯠꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯎꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ council of higher secondary education ꯃꯣꯏꯅ councilꯅ ꯄꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯨꯜ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯇꯥꯛꯄꯗꯤ ꯉꯝꯗꯦꯗꯅꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯣꯖꯥ ꯆꯪꯉꯤꯗꯅꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯁꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ rights and responsibility intellectual awareness-ꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ academic relevant ꯑꯣꯏꯕ topic-ꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯚꯔꯁꯤꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡ ꯁꯣꯝ ꯂꯩꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯔ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ you will feel ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯖꯔꯒꯦ ꯑꯇꯩꯁꯨ any specific questions ꯂꯩ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯪꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯨ ꯍꯪꯅꯤꯡꯉꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯈꯪꯉꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯌꯥꯅꯤ any questions
ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯀꯥꯗꯃꯤꯛꯁꯤꯌꯥꯟꯗꯨꯅꯅꯦ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯖꯦꯛ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯧꯔꯦ ꯈꯜꯂꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯇꯤꯆꯤꯡꯁꯨꯅꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯖꯦꯛꯁꯨꯅꯤ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯗꯤ ꯇꯝꯕꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯖꯦꯛꯇꯨꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯖꯦꯛꯇꯨꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯐꯣꯀꯁ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ
okay ꯁꯤꯒꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯈꯤꯕꯗ is very complete ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯥꯔꯊꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯕꯨ UKꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ divisionꯁꯦ is more than progression ꯑꯣꯏꯀꯣ more than 40 years ꯃꯨꯛ ꯁꯨꯔꯦꯕꯀꯣ different forms and phases ꯑꯗꯨꯅ learning processꯅꯤ going on ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ latest ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ UKꯒꯤꯁꯤꯗ within university ꯂꯩꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯅꯧꯕ concept something called work allocation model ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ concept ꯑꯃ ꯊꯣꯛꯑꯦꯕ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯩ ꯇꯧꯒꯦꯕꯨ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯚꯔꯁꯤꯇꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯅ most employment mayam chani question ti khumna sa employee ama oina join to matam sida magi agreement sign offer letter sida sabchani e or in follow up to matam sida it's quite clearly written universities to funding dok ma phiram bari mukta teaching have ma research have ma adagi translation or knowledge sections have ma tongan ba domain ma si yoshila bani na government ki adagi funding pangana bringa every academic staff is supposed to do those three things. So what happened is there is always a complaint from the academic staff. I'm more involved in teaching. I'm more involved in this. I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't know. So what happened is in the university or in that department, there is a policy saying that at the start of the annual year, it's been decided by discussion with the academic staff and the head of department that it's quite clear there is around 1,500 hours never employee out of this only about 800 I may be wrong in numbers but this is logic 800 say active academic work have teaching or research hada gadon racing the tai fil wa chak ma mai suti yo ga sa karne 800 sig is the par kan si manung se da pung kaya na na ta ken ma mai subject lo tar bo ji sa ke ai teaching pamjati hai because the head of department is authorized, he is or she has been given authority to run how the department is supposed to be run. So he or she will sit down with its academic staff and pre-decide. It's not about that you will be getting it's like you are given 100 hours for teaching, you have 200 hours for knowledge exchange. That kind is already be decided. But at the end of the annual year, obviously there will be adjustment here and there. But the key thing is that is normal now in UK. Plus, Professor Ring, the associate professor can from the placing Oxford na Cambridge with Agadi. The professor mana India currency the higher secondary some 1.5 say professor India the top times and na question doing to man company ago. The 1.5 san are the Oxford Cambridge the gedi 1.5 to half around 78, something like that. 28,000 say compulsory mana sahi annually mandu pusalakadum. He is going to lose his job. So there is that kind of a mentality. But it's because what is the meaning of professor? That means the growth. Professor means you are a kind of a kingdom on yourself. You are the king, you are the queen in that domain. And if you claim to be like that, then there must be something should be available. ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯅꯕ ꯂꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯐꯟꯗꯤꯡ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯨ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯩ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯦꯡꯅ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯍꯟꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯉꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯀꯩꯁꯨꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ but in future I wish that the university organize this kind of IPR discussions. Alright? ꯌꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯇꯩ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯦꯀꯣ
Madam, you may not